Hi, this is George from Digital High Road. Today's video review is for InstCommissions from Jamie Lewis and David Kirby. To do today is we're going to take a look at the sales page. We're going to go from the sales page into the dashboard real quick so we can take a look at what's in the product. As always, as I give these reviews, I give them with the idea that I'm looking at it through the eyes of a newbie. A newbie to me is anyone from started last week up to a year and a half of experience. What I want to talk to you about today is InstCommissions and whether or not I think you should buy it. I'll give it a star rating at the end of the review. And also I want to remind you while we're at it, if you're a first-time visitor, please like our video when you're done if you got some value from it. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And while you're at it, reach over and hit the bell notification as well so you get notified every time from here on out that I publish a new video to our channel, Digital High Road. Without waiting any longer, let's move on into InstCommissions from Jamie Lewis and David Kirby. So what we're first going to look at is they put a lot of scarcity, I noticed, in the sales page. It's a lot of, you better buy it now. Now, I know it's on a dime sale where it's going up every hour. He's promised that. I believe it's a 4-day launch. So if you do decide this is something that you want to have or you need to buy for your business, then the price will be increasing every hour on the hour. Now, I did notice when I tried to back away from this before, when I was checking this out, that they will give you a discount, even deeper discount, because they think you're leaving. What we're going to do is look at InstCommission. What I want to do is go into the dashboard now. And if we go into the dashboard, once you log in, this is Jamie Lewis here. There's like a short intro video that he talks about some things, like I guess an overview in his mind. I was trying to figure out what the view was and why he was even talking about it, but I guess it's an overview. He's talking about hunting and going and getting meat for your family. And I guess that coincides with the idea that you're not just playing internet marketer, but you're trying to make money to bring money home for your family. So this whole product is based on the idea, as you're looking at the sales page, that he would like to charge you $997 for all the secrets that he's learned in the last 10 years in internet marketing. But instead, he decided to sell it for $16.95 to start with, and that up until the sale is done. So let's look and see if it's something you really should even be buying and looking further at spending money on. Now, I just want to remind you, as in always these products, I've always said that it's probably yours once you buy it, because it's going to be awfully hard to prove to them that, or as I've proven, I had a recent video from another vendor that I could show you that even that week after I'd written for just a couple questions about the product, I get no answers. So that very often is what you have to do to get the money back. So I'd say just be careful if you're buying this, that the money, once it's purchased, it's probably yours to have and keep. Let's look at the dashboard. First thing that he sells that's key to this whole product is what he calls the 3 traffic sources that he's giving you for dirt cheap for this low one-time price. Now what we can do is you can go into each one of these and take a look at it. The first thing is the marketplace. I haven't been able to figure out which product, but all these posts in here are from the latter part of March of 2020. So taken from that and my experience with internet marketing products, I would presume this is when it was hot and everybody was hot on this product, new product, and everybody came in and listed their own little thing they had to sell or promote or what they were about to try to promote it, because there really isn't. There's a April 1st, March 30th, March 29th, April 5th. But as you go, I scroll down through page after page after page, and there really isn't much beyond the latter part of March, early April this year that's on here. But he's offering this as a traffic source that everybody's using it. Everybody goes here to check, to buy things or sell things. And you can use that as one of your market sources. So one of your traffic sources, excuse me. The other thing is, next thing is, he wants you to use expired domains, and he promotes that you should do that on GoDaddy. Well, GoDaddy does have a special, and they make it easier to flip domains basically, and they have ways you can search in volume for domains that are expired. But that's a whole art in its own. And as I went through the page here, I didn't see any training on how to do this. You would have to go dig up free training probably from YouTube or Vimeo that people have put together and gone out and hopefully find something newer that can help you out with this so you can try to make some money with it. Because it's all based on using the links that were built in part of building that domain to a site for the person that had previously owned it. Very often these domains were just bought, a few pages were developed. There are no backlinks, so you have to be really careful what you're spending your money on there. And he's talking about the investment only being $10. Well, that's true for a lot of them, but it's $10 out of your wallet that's lifted out of your wallet for nothing, because if you don't have a lot of backlinks to it, and then what are you going to drive traffic to? It just is kind of, to me, an off-centered source for traffic. And the other one is Traffic Jacker, which, again, the same thing is they want you to take your tracking pixels from Facebook ads, YouTube ads, put it in here, and you're going to have traffic redirected to a page that you have. Traffic jacking is, people have sold products for the last 4 or 5 years on this, $100 programs on how to do traffic jacking. And I'm talking about the legitimate programs. So again, he doesn't provide any training for this in here either. So if you go down through here, we got traffic sources, video tutorials. Now, there is some training. Well, not really. We've got the intro video, which pops up when you signed in. Then there's a walk around. He goes through and explains what this is down through here on the left. And then right here, it's kind of like a peek into his life in his living room, and his bright red living room. And he's just talking about some things when it comes to premium domains. And a lot of it's just stuff you could get off the internet by doing a few Google searches or looking for, like I said, some domain flipping video tutorials by people. You could get a lot more detail than what Jamie gives you right here. The next thing is a place to create campaigns. And they basically have 5 areas: weight loss, internet marketing, domaining, email marketing, YouTube marketing. That you just click on this and you can set yourself up for doing. There's some scripts in here that you can copy and paste into. And again, you would need a domain of your own, a squeech page, an autoresponder, a page builder, all this stuff. And you have all these skills. And if you're a newbie, you probably don't have these skills. You don't know what to do with it, even if you did do it. And because basically you can create this, but to convert it, to get a click-through rate, a CTR that is worthwhile, and bring the numbers that you're going to need in to drive it to products or whatever, this is just fiction to me. True fiction. I mean, it's, again, traffic sources. If you do this, you click on track Craigslist, just tell a form to fill out so you can get set up for filling something out for Craigslist. Well, again, you can figure that out on your own without him having to direct you to it as a source here. So, fan page, Udemy is paid ads, traffic for me. These are all paid ads, paid ads, paid ads. So these are all ads again, programs. that you're going to be spending a lot of money on if you decide to drive traffic to something. Now there's a graphic editor here, which when I looked at, very curiously looks like a snub-nosed version, a very miniature version, authentically a miniature version to Canva. And what I wanted to do is show you how close this looks to Canva. So I've gone into my Canva, and if you look over here, and the layout, the colors, everything, like elements here. We'll go back to InstCommissions, elements here. If you look at those two, they look. Now, I don't know how, maybe he has this tied in with a deal with Canva or something, but if you know how to use Canva, then you've got yourself a little editor in here that you can create. I don't know what and why you're creating it and why he's giving it to you, but it's part of the page here that's available for you on this. So that's kind of weird. Article rewriter takes you into an article spinner. I have a couple of videos I've done on article spinning and getting traffic for Google, and that's not a way to get traffic for Google, because article spinners come up with nonsense most of the time. You can't read and figure out what they're saying when you take some PLR content offline that's cheap and try to spin it into something, spin it into an offer. And then custom offers. This one's where if we go back to the sales page in a minute, this is where you can request to promote products from this person and Jamie, and this is where they get as you go down through here, the $224 commission, $124.25 commission. The larger commissions is to promote these products from this here, the custom offers. Okay, so it's just the thing is, that's kind of seedy to me that you're promoting more of this product and his products for him. So you're building his business for him. And it's just the normal scarcity on the sales letter as we go on through here. Instant commissions. Here's the $224 commissions, and it gives $62, $224, $997 offer, which I told you at the beginning was what he said that was what he wanted to do, but he decided to make it this offer here. We're looking at instant commissions. So it's all here, folks. It's all the hype. It goes along with this type of product. Tons of free product, minimal effort. And just buy the product now. There's no risk. 3 steps. Again, as I always say, it's in the header on my YouTube channel. It's always about the numbers, but it's never as easy as 1, 2, 3. And again, they have 1, 2, 3 in here. Just a friendly reminder, I love hearing from the audience, the people that are watching videos on my YouTube channel. If you have any comments or questions, please respond below any video on our channel at any time, and I'll personally respond back to you. If I don't have answers to questions, I'll reach out to my mentor, or we can get answers for you anywhere else. But any questions or on the videos, any content that I've produced, please feel free to write us. I'll personally respond, as I said. I'd also like to remind you that if you are, like I was a year ago, struggling to make anything work long-term with my internet marketing business, and obviously then to even earn any consistent income from an online business, then please check out the free training down below in the description. There's a link down below in the description for free training that I highly recommend. It's where I started, and it'll introduce you to my mentor Philip and his training program. It's free. You can get started today, so why not get started today on your way to making money for yourself and your family? So the developer is Jamie Lewis and David Kirby, and I just wanted to share with you, I'd like to do this, is Muncheye has quite a record for Jamie Lewis for product launches. And this just last couple of years here, how often he's publishing content and publishing to make money online. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just the fact that I've questioned how many, if he's been doing this for, I found products as far back as 2011, 2012. So do I think most of the products he's promoted are still around? I doubt it seriously. There's a lot of different products here that I would think are come and go quickly. It's more about him making money and than it is for really you helping him. But I just wanted to bring that to your attention. He's what I call a serial launcher. Yep, that's it. Yep, that's what I'm going to say. If we're looking at cracking the code to making money online, I'd say it's not Jamie Lewis and David Kirby's Instant Commissions. I would say to spend your money and time and effort somewhere else. I would say avoid this. It seems very shallow and there's no training provided. It's just kind of, I don't know what the purpose is. Them to make some money from people that don't know what they're looking at and think this might be something they could turn into money. I would give this a 1 out of 10 for all the reasons we've talked about already. I would say take my money and my time and spend it in something that's satisfactory towards actually building a solid internet marketing business. So with Instant Commissions, what you're going to be doing once you purchase this, there will be these down here. They are titled, as you go through the funnel, you'll go to from the purchase of Instant Commissions. Next, you'll go to Instant Commissions Infinity for $37. After that, if you buy that or say no to it, you'll get a down sell. It's down to $17. And if you say no to that, then you go to hands-free edition of Instant Sale. That's this one here. That'll be $197. Down sell is $97. And then next you'll be partner with Jamie. That's $97. And then the automatic import is going to be $47. And Instant Commission Mothership will be $39. Every one of them has a down sell as well. So that should give you an update on. So that's it for all the OTOs for Instant Commissions from Jamie Lewis and David Kirby. I hope you enjoyed this video today. Just want to remind you that if you are struggling making a business of your own, an internet marketing business that you can work at home to make money from, then there's free training available down in the description below the video. And please click the link and go down there and get that free training today. Now, this training I highly recommend. It's the same training that started me on my path to the training I'm on now, which is where I'm building my business into a successful online business. Just want to remind you again, if you're a first-time visitor, please subscribe to our channel. If you haven't already, please hit the notification bell icons as well so you get notified every time I publish a video to our new video to our channel. And I'd like to thank you again for watching this review today, Instant Commission from Jamie Lewis and David Kirby. Again, I rated it a 1 out of 10, and I'd say as a newbie, there's really no reason to even look at this any further. It's too shallow for you, and you'd have to spend way too much money and effort to even try to make any money from this offer. I want to thank you again for watching this video today, and so long.